Oh yeah.
This music is free to use in your live stream and videos.
Oh yeah. They're pretty good.
So I just chuck that up on the side.
Yeah. What I might do actually is twitch.com or twitch.tv. Let's see how this is looking. Hi Jay, how are we? What
I'm
you
gonna
been
give
up
you a
to?
free plug.
Cheers.
Oh, I got 2 viewers. One of them's probably you.
Yeah.
And the other one's me.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. We're just gonna talk about us growing up and the fun stuff we ended up doing within our life. Gotcha. So that's the one that I fucked up. There we go. Perfect. That's the way. Okay, so that's gonna bother me.
Oh, here, I'll show you my setup while we're at it, mate.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I got it all here. So, I've got my PC there, right,
Yeah.
on like a custom shelf. There's the inside, got a bit of RGB. And a
Mm.
custom made shelf, right, just sits there. I'm gonna get like a bar on the side there attached, so it don't fall.
Yeah.
I got one monitor here, which is the stream
Main one.
monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's my main one to talk and play on.
Hmm.
Yeah, put this over here. So that's the main one there
Yeah.
in the middle, and then I got my nice big side one on the side for like my voice meter and music and Discord when I use it.
Hmm.
So it's a nice little
It's pretty cool, man.
setup that I got going on. Not gonna lie,
Yeah. That's pretty mad.
and I've honestly paid fuck all for it all.
Damn.
I bought the monitor. I'm borrowing this one, and the HP we had laying around, the one that I'm using is a vertical.
Hmm.
So I pinched it and started using it.
Not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was my bargain.
But yeah. So what? You want to go back to the topics we were talking about now?
Oh yeah, sure. Fucking just school and rough life.
Yeah.
Childhood. We'll start with childhood. We were just about to talk about childhood.
We
Um,
were.
I
How
wouldn't
was
say
your
childhood.
How was your childhood actually?
Honestly, it was not the greatest. Like I've had a pretty rough childhood.
Hmm.
Um, I I find a lot of people privileged and they don't see it. You know,
Hmm.
um, like I've experienced stuff no kid should experience. Um, I'll just start off. Fuck it. Um, I was like maybe 4 or 5. I moved in with my grandma. Dad had to go work. I'll turn down my music a little bit so I can fucking
Sure.
hear myself. Um, yeah, Dad had to go work out on a boat, and his relationship with his girlfriend at the time wasn't doing so well. So
Hmm.
he he went out on a trawler boat, basically working out in the Torres Straits. Um, and he was gone for ages at a time, so I would stay with grandma. It got to the point that I basically got given custody to her. She
Mm.
became my legal guardian, and therefore I lived with her for pretty much the rest of the time. Um, so she, at the time when I moved in with her, she had this husband. He was a fucking vile cunt. Horrible, horrible, horrible man.
Mm.
And so I'll just like we lived in a place in Burham Heads. Um, we moved from Harvey Bay into Burham Heads, and this place was like really nice. It was like 300k. Um, Grandma had a really good job at the time as a nurse, and Dan was a, we'll call him, yeah, we'll just say their names. They're past now.
Yeah. Rest their
Stan,
souls.
Stan, yeah, rest their soul. Except Stan, he was an actual vile cunt. There's, you'll see why I say that. Um, and you, I'm pretty sure you would agree.
Mm.
Um, so we moved to Burham Heads, and Stan had these grandchildren who were going through an abusive relationship with their parents, and basically Docs said, we're taking you off your parents and you're going to your grandpa, right?
Mm.
So Stan got custody of two two of his grandchildren, and we were all right for like the first 2 weeks, and then I was a bit weird, right? So they would tend to pick on me and just be not nice to. And I was like 5 at the time, 5 or 6, So I was getting bullied
Just a little
like from
kid.
the age of 5. Yeah, as a kid, and they're not my cousins anymore because we're not related. Um, I'll call them people. I hope they're doing better in life now, to be honest, because what they went through is pretty fucked as well. I Now being older, I can realize, it's hot, cold, and this breeze is killing me. um, so it basically, well, we lived together for a while, and
Mm.
one Christmas we got a console, right, to share. My grandma bought us. It was basically for me and Kev. Um, and well, basically a day or two after, he goes, "Don't you ever think about playing it while I'm home?" I'm like, "What? It's for both of us." So
Yeah.
I'm getting like emotionally bullied um, for like 2 years.
Mm.
As a tiny little kid. So I never really did well with making friends. I was always a weird kid.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. Um, I was always that one that'd be off in the world of the fucking dragons. Like I couldn't sit still. As I have ADHD,
Yeah.
um, so it's that in itself is a struggle. Um, in fact, I don't even really like calling it ADHD because it doesn't really
Address the
perceive us,
problem. Yeah.
address it. Like there's this guy called Connor DeWolf. I'm not sure if you've seen like a couple of his TikToks, but I scroll through Instagram reels and I see what he posts on there,
Mm.
and he has ADHD, right?
Yeah.
But he calls it Dave instead. Like I'm pretty sure I'll quickly search up what its meaning is because I forgot. Um, Load.
Because I know with a lot of mental health
Dave
problems,
meaning.
it's pretty hard to pinpoint.
DHD. Oh, it is. Like it
It's a
is
struggle.
really hard
Mental
to
health
talk about. Like
problems.
it's hard to talk about as well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna forget about it because it's a struggle. But he calls it something else, and it explains it so much better, right? So if you noticed it when we were in school, like we were in class, I was never able to focus unless it was like something we enjoyed. Um, and like if it's something that I enjoy, I can hyper focus on it. Like I physically take in everything as much as I can.
Mm.
Um, to a legit a detail, like a really good detail. Like I, the amount of videos that I watch on interstellar space and black matter and all these different theories that are just mind blowing.
Mm.
Like open up different thought process. I'm like, oh wow, that's one way I didn't think of it, but you know, going on with the childhood, well, I was never able to really focus. It was shit. So I only had like two or three friends most
Yeah.
at at a time in any school that I went to, and every school that I went to, I was an outcast.
Mm.
I was it was just different. Um, so basically, um, these cousins, right? They went through a lot, and Stan being the vile fella, he we were just all living in Burham Heads, cruising, doing our thing, right?
Mm.
And so there was this one fateful day, right? He he got caught perving on his granddaughter in the shower,
Wow.
full dick in hand, fucking perving on his granddaughter, and she was like 13, 12 at the time. That's
Mm.
straight up pedophilia. Um, so he was a pedophile. I'll tell this story as well. It's fucking very deep in my heart, and I think three or four people know about it. I've only ever told three or four people, but it's good to let it loose, and it's good to get
Open
it
up
off the
about it.
chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was 5, living with Stan and Grandma, this is like maybe 3.5 months in,
Mm.
and we were having playtime, um, just and I kicked a ball over a fence. You know, as you should do, you should go to the teacher and tell them I kicked the ball over the fence, and they would go get it, right? But
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need no teacher's help. I got this. So I jumped the. It is. It's huge. You felt wanted, right? And
Yeah.
it was. It felt awesome being there. We had an awesome time. I actually got along with everyone. I think um, preschool daycare was like probably my last good year of some sort of education.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I hate to say that, but I've been bullied ever since year one.
Yeah. I can somewhat relate to that. Growing up,
Been
I
bullied from the start.
it's really incredibly hard, especially because I went to a public school when I first
Mm.
started life.
So did I. So did I.
And
So I
then
know.
it's so shit. Then you transfer into a private school, and then they look you down because you went to a public school, and you've got all these stereotypes that come with it, and how
Yeah,
they act and behave.
yeah. So basically, um, after he found out that I've done a naughty thing, he thought it was only fair to throw away all the party gifts that we get from going to Macca's birthday party, right,
Mm.
in the bin, so I don't get none of it,
Wow.
right? And then Grandma was at work, and I did something naughty like the day after, and this is the hard part.
Mm.
He he stripped me naked, sat me down in the hallway, and took dozens of photos of me
Wow.
as I was sat there in the hallway naked, couldn't do a fucking thing because if I stood up to go run away, I would have been belted.
Mm.
And I would much rather sit there and do nothing, then get belted.
Yeah. And as a child, all these shit does impact you.
That that psychologically impacted me so much. I
Yeah.
was afraid to piss in front of people. I was afraid to get naked. When I lost my virginity, honestly, I was afraid to get naked in front of the girl. I asked for the lights off.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up with an extreme body dysmorphia,
Mm.
and that comes along with ADHD. Um, you know, so that was honestly one of the rougher parts or roughest parts of my childhood. He never got caught. He never got told on.
Mm.
It angers
It's
me to this day.
and it does live with you. You know, it's the sort of thing that you like. I hate to say it, but it's gonna die with you. That's the sort of secret you're gonna carry
Oh
with
yeah,
you to the
it,
coffin.
it hurts. It really hurts.
Mm.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm tearing now. Like, it's rough.
Mm.
It's rough to bring it up, but it's good to let things go. Yeah. So basically, that's how that happened. And
Mm.
after he got caught, because I told grandma, I didn't tell grandma about it actually. When grandma got home, he told me to get in my room, get dressed now, and act like nothing happened.
Mm.
You know, so I did. I was scared.
Yeah, as
I
a
was like,
kid, you'd be
I was like
confused.
5. I
Yeah.
was 5, legit 5 years old.
Mm.
Like, what am I to do?
There's not
Honestly,
much.
like, and like, I would get abused like that several times. Like, I would get my toys taken away. I'd get console privileges taken away, just for being me. You know, I can't do nothing about being me.
Yeah.
I was 4 or 5 at the time. Like, fuck, I'm gonna know what's going on inside my head.
Mm.
You know, I'm just doing my thing. I didn't know I was different from everyone. I only knew I was different when I turned 12, 13, when I hit high school. It was, yeah, fucked, I should say.
Mm.
Music's fucked up.
I can somewhat relate to the sexual abuse sort of thing. Growing up myself, I was sexually abused as well by a few school kids in my old school. So that sort of thing, it does live with you forever. And yeah, you live with that memory throughout your whole life, and that's how PTSD comes out and impacts your mentality and your perception of life.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's changed so much of how I think and everything, you know, like,
Mm.
it's, it's, uh, tough.
Yeah, it really is, man. It really is.
I'm gonna be like 10, 20 years down the track, and just the thought of it could bring me to tears. It's always gonna be there, back of the
Mm,
head. You know, it's not something that leaves at all.
yeah.
Um, I have a pretty identical memory. Well, not identical. I pretty have a photographic memory. I can
Mm,
remember a lot of things in a lot of detail, and that's one of the things that replays over in my head sometimes, and it hits
knowing
me.
what you went through.
Yeah, my childhood.
Mm,
How fucked. It really was. But, you know, it gets better. um, moving on from that, Grandma left Stan after the whole granddaughter incident, and we moved down to Sydney. Um, and that's where a whole other part of the fucking shit show started.
yeah.
When I moved down to Sydney, my dad moved back with us, and you know, it was good having my dad back. It
Mm,
was awesome. My dad, because I never knew my mum. I got taken away from her when I was 1 due to an ice addiction.
Yikes.
Yeah, yeah,
Is she still alive, if you don't mind me
yeah,
asking?
yeah.
Oh,
She's
that's
off
good.
the ice. She's doing her thing. I
Mm.
have, I have 2 half brothers and 3 half sisters.
Wow.
So
Mm.
two of which are older than me, 1 brother and 1 sister, and the other 3 are younger.
Mm.
Tony, Patricia, Jessica, Charlisha, and then Max.
Wow.
They're
You, you get in
they're my
contact with
family
them?
without my family. Yeah, I talk to them as much as I can, but I forget to like ring them often, and they forget to ring me. But
Yeah.
we're all a bit out of there.
A
It
little
is what it.
distant.
Yeah, it's okay. It's always been like that though. I still
Yeah.
love them. I still care for them. Um, I've never really known my dad's side of the family because I just never really lived around them in a few incidents.
Mm.
Dropped my cousin on his head
Yikes.
when he was like 2 months old, 3 months old.
Hopefully no severe damages.
Oh no, he's a fucking sick guitar player now.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, I'm actually might be going up to Queensland to visit him soon, go on a fishing trip and whatnot when the lockdown ends.
Yeah, hopefully that will.
It'll be go see my uncle and whatnot.
Lockdown really
Um,
has screwed everyone's plans.
oh, it's been ruthless.
It
Tell me.
really
Oh.
has.
But yeah. So we moved down to Sydney, and I was living with Dad, and so I went to. I actually started off at a Catholic college when I moved straight down to Sydney
Mm.
because it was right down the road from our house. Like it was legit walking distance. I would walk to and from school every day,
Mm.
uh, and that's where it really started. um, but I ended up getting expelled from that school.
Oh wow. What did you do?
Um, you're still watching my stream, right?
Yeah.
So I hit a kid with a stick about that round.
Yikes.
And I was just a menace, and they didn't want that in a Catholic school. I was like the devil, you know. So they really didn't want that shit. So I got expelled from there, and then I went to Schofield's Primary, which was out of my region. And I ended up leaving there after the end of the year. Well, not even. I think it was like 5 months or
Mm.
months. I wasn't there for long at all. Because I made like no friends. Then I moved to Rouse Hill Primary School, which is actually a really good school, and I will say I did have a good education there. I did enjoy Rouse Hill Primary. It was probably the last few actual, say, decent years. Year 6 was the roughest, um, but I'll always remember my teachers, Mr. Ryan, um, Miss K, Miss G. Um, they were all very, very good teachers. That's where I actually learnt quite a few instruments too. I picked up the piano, clarinet, played guitar, drums, just did a whole heap of things.
It's really good when you bond with your teachers and
Well,
get that
they
education.
they knew I was different and I
Mm.
needed a different education. I learnt different to other people, like kids.
Mm.
I was more of a you got to engage with me type of student. You
Learner.
got to tell me there's a deadline on this work type of student.
Mm.
Um, Not like the deadline's a couple hours from now and I'll have it done. You know, it's just how I work in my brain. That's why I was never good with assignments in high school because I'd leave it to the last minute,
Mm.
and then the last minute came, and then it wasn't sufficient enough for these high preaching fucking teachers. Paddy's was horrible.
Yeah. You know, I had my
um,
fair share of bullshit with that school.
Yeah.
But I still loved it, I still. It wasn't so much that I hated it, it was so much that the teachers there, the female ones, were a bit up themselves.
Oh yeah. Miss Mercy was actually really good.
Mm.
She was one of the best female teachers I actually had in drama. That was oh, I loved those 2 years of elective.
It
That
was
was
really good, yeah.
mm. Wait, didn't she take drama?
Sorry?
What did you take as your year 9 and 10?
I think, because I remember I came in year 9, I think I took commerce and IT.
Mm. And you're still not as good as computers.
Not. I'm getting there, just not. Yeah, taking my
just
time.
takes just takes a bit of practice, man.
Yeah, so the computer
Doesn't take
world's massive, man. Like,
it
you can
is.
never truly fucking get at 100%.
No. No. It's you really can't.
I was struggling
um
to even figure out what I should do, whether to take piloting since I wanted to do piloting, and I still do, or go down the criminology, psychology route, or do IT.
oh yeah. I'm pretty solid on my decision.
Hmm.
I heard IT's making a lot of money these days.
Yeah, shit ton. Anything
They've
computer
always made
based.
money.
Hmm.
Bro, I'll tell you, my boss, my current boss, like I fucking love him to bits. Justin is like I've had a few jobs before. I've jumped around, and he's hands down the most best boss I've ever had.
Hmm.
He cares for my well being, makes sure I'm okay. Like, hits me up and pays for my lunch every now and again. Fuck, that's a boss.
Yeah.
Like that's a boss. That's a good boss.
Hmm.
Um, like he trusts me with things. Like I drove his 2021 fucking Ford Ranger around for
Damn.
work. Yeah, and I crashed it into I sideswiped this pylon as I was exiting the car park,
Yeah.
and he took the insurance hit for me
Wow.
instead of putting it on my name and made it cheaper.
Hmm.
Like if you, that's a boss. He knows that people make mistakes, and he's very patient. And I've learned. So
It's amazing to have a boss as well that cares for you and understands. I remember when I did work experience the second time I think it was, or the first time. One of my bosses was actually one of the students from my school at Loyola, and
really,
he showed me like a portfolio of when he was at Loyola, how he grew up and so and so, and he became really successful in real estate, man, and it was really insane. It was
cool.
amazing that he trusted me with like millions of dollars on his credit card and
Mm,
buying him shit for work and whatnot. And I think the most beautiful part was paying for my lunch despite not needing to.
yeah, like they just see. I do have money. Don't get me wrong. I am a bit
Mm.
broke at the moment because of that Streamlabs incident and fucking a bit of other things that come out of my pay and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
it is, but um, but I'm happy to have a full time job with the opportunity that I've been given
Mm.
to succeed. Because I have a really good chance of actually succeeding and doing something really good. It's just I got to trust myself and push myself to do it.
And look, you always fail and you'll always come back from it. I think the most successful part is fighting for what you really want. Like look at Tesla and Elon Musk.
Mm.
You know,
Oh,
he's
exactly.
he failed so many times until he hit that sweet spot, and look at him now. Like he was
Been
number
watching.
one richest.
I've been watching so many inspirational videos on Elon Musk. Like
Hmm.
he's honest. Like I don't aspire to do what he's doing, but I aspire to have the mindset that he has.
Hmm.
Like yeah, I'd like to take breaks for myself, of course, but I I'm in it for work. You know, I'm in it to create something, to build upon something, not to just be a worker, you know, dragging around bricks for someone.
Mm.
I have that mindset of I want to achieve something. I want to be someone. I want to do something my family hasn't.
Mm.
I want to have a different success from what my dad did, you know. Because a lot of people, they have the mindset of, oh, I want to be like my dad.
Mm.
You know, I want to do what my dad does, and they sometimes most of them do. You know, fucking Tim's dad's a car like was a chippy or a handyman.
Mm.
Tim's a chippy. Bam. You know, my dad was a welder. I tried. I was actually a fitter welder apprentice for like 3 or 4 months. I just didn't like the work.
Mm.
Um, I also worked at Borg Industries up in Oberon as a general labourer, and I was working 10-hour days for 5 days a week, sometimes six, right?
Mm.
Earning $27 an hour
Wow.
as a 18-year-old. Like it was maybe 3 weeks after I turned 18, I got the job. I was making, I think, like 1,300 after tax a week average.
Tax is a bitch,
That's
man.
Bro, I was making like 16 or 15 before, and I was only getting taxed like 200-300 because I was so young.
Yeah.
Like, I was living the life. I had people complaining to their bosses about how much I earn.
Jesus.
But the thing is because how I got the job is I went to an employment agency,
Mm.
right? And they subcontracted me to Borg. Borg pays its subcontractors $50 an hour, right? But they have to do their own taxing. That adds up to about 26, 30 to 35 an hour. Depends on what your pay rates or how much you work, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because as a sole trader working there as a subcontractor, you have to do your own taxes. So you either get a tax agency to do it for you, or you do it yourself, or someone you know does it for you. You just pay them. There was quite a few guys there that were doing that. They were
Mm.
racking in money, like 2,500 a week after tax.
Damn. They'd be living really comfortably.
Bro, and in a small town where rent's usually only 200 to 250 a week
That's
for a
easy money.
three-bedroom house,
Jesus.
that's exceptionally easy. You're paying like $150 of food a week,
Mm.
right? Um, so like you're just raking in so much money, and it's like they pay their employees normal rates. So anybody who works there directly
Mm.
gets paid normally, right?
Gotcha.
So they were getting like 26 or there was this fucking old fella named Sano. He was earning like 24 an hour, less than me,
Mm.
and I got his pay slip bumped up 50 cents. 50 cents is a lot.
Yeah, especially when you do a lot of hours, it does
Yeah,
really rack in.
it does add. So he was actually happy with that. It was like actually like a couple of hundred extra,
Yeah.
or 100 or so extra. Um, Bit of extra piss money because he was a heavy drinker. Um,
That
yeah,
that's the
fucking
Australian culture, though. Like, you work hard and then you just go to the pub and then you just spend all that fucking hard-earned money back on the piss and just becomes a
bro. You
cycle.
know, you don't know how much fucking piss I drunk, so much drugs I took. Like, we're getting into the fun part of my life now. This is the part that not everybody knows about, and it's the exciting part of my life.
Well, please do share.
um, so I lost my job at Borg
Hmm.
because I got addicted to smoking pot. I loved smoking it. So I'd smoke pot, and I pulled an all-nighter smoking billies, playing with like my mates on Fortnite. This is when Fortnite was addictive. The
Yeah.
first season, first fucking season, right?
Back when it
So I'm
was
sitting
good.
there, yeah, back when it was fucking sick, and no one knew how to build. um, so like legit, it would just be like it'd just be my dad and me sitting at home, not doing much after I lost my job. And he really said to me, "Look, mate, you got to earn some money." I said, "Well, how am I going to do that? I ain't got a fucking job." He goes, "Well, you can get a job, you can sell drugs."
Mm. Well, it's a
So
job, I suppose.
yeah, what's a job? So I sold drugs. I started off with pot, as everyone does,
Mm.
and so I was selling 20s, 50s, sold Qs, ounces, and I started growing it with my dad.
Mm.
This was actually the fun part of my. This is the part of my life where I felt like I got the most bonding
With
with
your
my
dad.
dad.
Mm.
Yeah, because it was something that he actually enjoyed doing, hustling.
Yeah.
That was his mindset. He just got too caught up.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I started selling pot. Wasn't too bad, and it really wasn't making enough money. I was selling to like old classmates and like old co-workers and whatnot. And then my dad hit me up with with a prospect.
Mm.
Said, "We'll use your last pay slip that you get from Borg, and we'll go buy some ecstasy."
Gotcha.
Mm. So we went and spent $1,000, bought 100 pills, $10 each, good deal.
Mm.
Um, and basically flipped them for 25, $30 a pop.
Wow.
Yeah, you rake in the money with it, bro. I made 3 grand, well, 1.5 with my dad splitting it, and we did it again and again and again and again.
Mm.
But we would just spend the money as we got it, but we would leave enough to buy more.
Yeah.
Like this was how we were still partying because this is when I was 18. Like all I wanted to do was party and have fun. So I was getting fucked up on drugs all every day, pretty much. Like getting drunk, smoking bongs. Um, then we started selling acid.
Damn. How did
Yeah,
that go?
that was actually no one really bought it. Um, we had a sheep for quite a while. It was some pretty hard shit, man. I ended up taking some. My dad got so angry at me. That's a whole story in itself. I reckon we have a quick acid chat. This is an honestly a really good story. Um, so I'll turn myself and get comfy, eh?
Might as well.
Kick feet up, put them up on the bed. Oh, there we go. So yeah, basically, I ended up taking acid one night with my dad's girlfriend.
Mm.
And my dad never wanted me to take acid ever. Like it was one of those things where he was like, "You really shouldn't take it. You're not ready for it." I'm like, "All right," but I took it.
Typical child.
I was 18, man. Can't
Yeah.
control me. Um, so I ended up taking a ping out first, and I went to the bar, and it was just shit. It was horrible there. So I went back to my dad's place and chilled out. This is when I moved back down to Sydney after I decided to stop selling drugs.
Yeah.
Uh, so I decided to stop, moved back down to Sydney with my grandma, and I came back up after like 2 weeks to visit him because I felt bad.
Mm.
Um, So it was it was fucking weird, honestly, the experience, because I got back already off my kite on ecstasy or
Hmm.
whatever it was. I'm not sure. It could have been crack in a fucking pill for all I know. Um, and like I got talked into it basically. It wasn't it wasn't against my will, but they
Hmm.
were like, "Oh, you should try it. It's awesome." Because she already had one. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? And she goes, "It's free." I'm like, "Give it here."
Anything free, man, will take it.
Oh mate, that was my mentality at the time. I love
Yeah.
it. Even though I was like smoking as much pot and taking as much ecstasy as I wanted, it's
Hmm.
like I legit lived a life of wow. I'm surprised I'm not an actual hardcore drug addict at the moment. Honestly, with what I've done, I haven't taken no ice or nothing. That's out of my league.
Hmm.
No, that's not for me. I haven't done H either, or haven't touched. Oh, I've done speed. I've done PMA, which is a. It's kind of like ecstasy.
Hmm.
It's like built on the same chemical structure, but it has a completely different effect. Um, it kind of has the same effect, but it makes you trip out if you take enough.
Right.
So like I was hallucinating my mates playing golf, and I'm sitting in a fucking shed off my kite. We're like on the fucking ninth hole, putting on the green, fucking about to score a birdie, and I'm sitting there like, oh, oh fuck yeah, nice birdie, you know. I'm off me nutters. I started seeing the fucking random numbers from Black Ops. Like, man, that's some hard shit PMA.
Damn.
Um, that's only because I took like 9 pills in the one night, and most people. Oh, it was in a shed. It was like 4 or 5 of us lads, right?
Yeah.
Like one, yeah, 5 lads or 6 actually. Johnny came out. It was a fucking munging night. Um, like Kev ended up, my mate Kev ended up getting up on the fucking engine hoist, swinging from it for the whole night off his nannies, right?
Jeez.
Um, Basically, how it started was my dad gave us one at his house, drove us out before it hit, and just as we got there, it hit. So we're buzzing already off the go. Um, and as soon as we get there, we take another. So another 20, 30 minutes go by and that one whacks, and so we're merging fucking highs, and it's like, whoa. And at that moment, he gives me another one. I'm like, uh? He didn't give Kev or Bailey one, right? Bailey's the other fella we were with at the time before
Yeah.
John came, right? This was before that. Um, so like I was basically one up from my mates already, and I was on par with my dad and his like mate at the time.
Hmm.
Um, so it was funny because I'm on a higher level and my mates aren't experiencing what I'm experiencing. So I'm like going through different phases of euphoria, scared, fucking just freaking out sometimes, and then hallucinating, coming back, drinking, taking
Thanks
another
for
one.
the follow, Munsa.
Munsa.
Yeah, Munsa Saggy. You remember him?
No way. How's it going, Munsa? How are you? How you been? I haven't heard from you in a long time.
Oh, he's changed a lot, my guy. He's become a unit, my guy.
Oh, hell yeah. I hope everything's going alright for him.
I hope so too. He's another one we can invite to the podcast. See how he's been up to.
If we wanted to get on in, I don't mind. Wouldn't mind having a chat with him. Let's see if he's down. If he doesn't mind my company,
Mm.
no, I'm not sure.
A lot of people are willing to, I think everybody grew out of that stupid childish mentality bullshit.
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, well, we're all men now. Well, we're all grown.
That's right. We've all
Right, we all have
matured.
our own life. Yeah, we've all experienced differently.
That's right.
So
And we all have that vulnerability within our life, whether we all
yeah,
lacked something,
yeah, exactly.
I think as we get older, you'll realize that there's more to life, and you realize that people act because they're broken or they're missing something.
Mm, mm.
I actually
Um,
miss the whole English class sort of thing.
yeah, English class was pretty sick. Like the whole vibe, even like year 10 English class down in the little shitty chapel. That was pretty lit because we had two classes in close proximity, and my mates were in that class too. Like
Yeah.
Tim and Roger. Well, me and
Mm.
Roger weren't actually on that good of terms back then. I'm pretty sure you knew that.
Mm.
Um, but now we're like best buds. Oh,
I think
he's doing his thing.
the
He's
funniest.
dating one of my best mates.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I think the funniest part was the other class's English teacher. I forgot her name, the Filipino chick. Oh my god, she was stunning, dude.
Miss Lavaselli. Not Miss
Yeah.
Lavaselli. Miss Lavaselli was the fucking Italian teacher. What am I
Mm.
thinking? Um, no, I know the one you're talking about.
She was
The one
hella
that like
cute.
everyone thought they were a fucking dude. Sawyer, Miss Sawyer's.
And she's the Egyptian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot her name.
I
I
don't
still
know.
reckon Miss Mercy was fucking cute as. If
Wasn't she
Monster's
that
still here,
Indian chick?
surely you can agree with me, Monster. You're
Monta,
in
you actually
drama
still
class
here,
too.
bro?
Surely, surely you agree with me.
Bro, everybody had a thing for that teacher, though.
Miss Mercia,
Yeah.
because she was so nice and cute. Yeah,
Mm.
fuck. She was short as too.
I forgot that Fijian Indian guy, bro. The skinny. He's not skinny, but he's fit. Bro, I remember him sitting at Mr. Kenyon's class and he'd be like, bro, I'd like to take a piece of that. And I was like, oh my god, bro, keep it down. She'll fucking hear you, dude.
Oh, I remember I had my homeroom in year 8. I had Miss Gearing and another teacher.
Mm.
Miss Gearing was a nice teacher. Um, but the other teacher we had, I forgot her name. She was really cute as well. Like far out.
I don't know why, but I had a thing for Miss Collins.
Miss Collins wasn't too bad. Miss Lestrange, man.
Mm.
I can't believe we had a fucking footy player's wife in our school. That was pretty lit.
It was.
And she was hot as fuck.
Bro, Miss
Right.
Fleming as well, she was out of the
Yeah,
world.
she was hot too. Well, you weren't in my science class, I don't think.
Nah. But I know a lot of
No.
people did fucking. Was it ancient history or modern history, the one that she was teaching? And most people just did it just so they can see her. I remember I think it was for like trial electives, like to see whether you like the class or not. Her
Yeah.
class was for the first.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god, man. All
No,
these horny kids.
I would have honestly just picked something that I would have enjoyed.
Yeah. Most people just went for the, how hot the teacher is.
Because we had like a school full of fucking thick-headed cunts who thought they were going to be the next top footy player, and half of them washed out. Josh Curran's doing alright for himself.
Yeah, there's actually a few of
Congrats to him.
our friends that actually made it to like NRL teams, which I'm surprised.
couple of the I'm pretty sure a couple of my homeroom boys made it to fucking Panthers.
Mm. I'm actually really impressed with some of the boys, to be honest.
Mm.
I still think that we have, in fact, one of the best D grades statewide or even countrywide as far as that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is really good. Like that's like everyone who plays D grade is definitely a prospective footy player in the future. Like they're insane.
Mm.
And Paddy's had one of the best teams out.
And well, Paddy's was known to be one of the best schools when it came to sport after that stupid Blacktown one.
Oh, fucking no, the Seven Hills one, Seven Hills Sports.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fucking, that's the one Tim went to before he moved to Paddy's.
You know, I realized that
Hillside Sports. I'm pretty
that's the
sure it is.
one. Yeah, that's the one.
It's I'm pretty sure it's a Catholic as well.
Mm. You know, I
I think.
realized most of the people that went to Catholic schools, they never really afforded the fees for the school.
You know, I got put on I was very lucky to be in that school. My grandma only had to pay $10 a fortnight to pay for my terms,
Wow.
and that covered my terms.
Mm.
But you know, they really don't care about fees.
Because it's a
They
big
really,
school, man. Like
they,
that's.
they really don't. The amount of money they pull in from the amount of students that, if once they find out your actual bank, you know why they ask you to bring in a bank statement
Mm.
to find out how much you actually earn,
Yeah.
and then they'll base how much like they'll educate you. You know why I got left off as a like not really wanting to be educated by teachers, because I didn't have like a high pay grade to the school. The school no doubtedly said, "Oh, that kid's parents pay a lot of money. You got to focus on them more."
Mm.
There's no doubt. Right.
Well, you get what you pay for, right?
Exactly. But I'm not complaining. You know, I'm happy with my education. I'm smart as it is. I'm smart in my ways.
Mm.
You know, I'm not overly smart. No, I'm not overly dumb. I'm in the middle. Everyone has their knowledge.
You know who I think was such a clown in that school though?
Who?
Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Edwards was a G. He was so fucking funny. I actually liked him.
Same, bro. He was a comedic, weird teacher, but
Mm.
I loved him. I'll never forget the time where he was hiding in the bushes watching some of the boys sneak out of school.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the teacher that caught me and Tim leaving school to go get KFC. I got a letter sent home to my dad, and he goes, "Why are you leaving school?" I said, "I used the $20 for sport and got KFC instead. So what?" He goes, "All right."
Well played, son.
You know. And also, we were leaving and going and smoking durries.
Yeah.
So
I
it was,
feel. Yeah, go for it.
I was smoking durries before school, meeting up
Cheers.
with Tim at the station.
Bro, you know what was such awesome thing as well? Happy Chicken.
Oh, bro, you don't understand. I still go get that shit. I still go get it. It's that good. You know they do Uber Eats now.
Really?
Yeah, you can order it.
Bro, their chips was out of the world, dude.
Oh man, their chicken and chips are still out of the world. They share
Top.
recipes with Red Lee. That's why.
Really?
Yeah, I found out.
Damn.
They get all their chicken from Red Lee.
Bro, the
That's why.
best part was
That's why.
going.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah, the best part was right before school. You just wait at Happy Chicken, get a feed, and then just walk to school, bro, like a G.
Bro, remember when they banned the chips? because
Bruh.
because everybody left them on the fucking ground. Like, bro, the bins were everywhere. Just put him in a bin.
Yeah, that's right.
So many lazy cunts. Like, it was
Jeez.
legit hilarious.
But they really did have really good food.
Happy chicken.
Yeah, now I'm feeling
Even
like it.
even the canteen wasn't too bad. Our
Mm,
canteen was pretty like banging. Our nachos, our burgers were out of the world.
mm. The only thing that I
Like
didn't like was the fact that if you got your own noodles from home, you had to pay for the fucking hot water, which is so
I know,
stupid.
eh? I know, eh? It was. It really was. I just muted myself real quick.
That's alright. But it's just insane, you know, like growing up there was really awesome, you know, like the fact that I got to know a lot of people, have fun, joke around, you know, it was the first ever big school I've ever been to, you know, before that, all the schools
Yeah,
I went to was just like maximum, like 600 for the whole school, that's K to 12. Paddy's was the first school that, between year 7 and 12, it was at least 2,000 students there.
bro, 2000. My fucking my Oberon High School had about 1,000 students, and it did not even touch how many were at fucking Paddy's. Paddy's
Jeez.
like three, three or four, easy.
Bro, you know, now I want to open our own school. How awesome would that be, you know?
Think, okay, think I've been up on the front, right? Have you been up on the when they did morning assemblies on Mondays? Did you
Yeah.
go up and stand up top? You saw how many fucking heads there are.
Bro, there's a lot.
There are a lot. And like remember it's the year sevens up front and year eights, nines, ten the
Mm.
groups. Remember and oh, fuck I hated the fucking anthem. Christus Regnant every day. Christus Regnant crossroads now.
The school anthem was just fucking weird, bro.
Oh man, it was like more Christs than you could ever name.
I know, right?
Like, mate, I know we're a Christian school, but geez, lay off. we 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 sung our school fucking anthem more than the national anthem.
I know, right?
We didn't even sing our fucking national anthem at fucking morning assemblies, only at fucking monthly assemblies.
Yeah,
Like, how stupid's that?
it was
They're
pretty
like
dumb.
they're putting God before the country. Like, think about it. Think
Uh,
about it.
I really liked those monthly ones because that's when all the teachers
They were
dressed
chill.
highly.
Yeah.
And then after
Huh?
the fucking event ends, they just go back to being like shit looking.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. Even like all the teacher interviews and shit, parent
Mm.
teacher interviews, like that was hilarious because like you'd see the teachers dressing like shit for the day coming up, and then like you get to the parent teacher interview and suddenly they're in a suit and tie, and you're like, fuck, all right, fucking hell, fucking. You know who my dad had a crush on? Miss Magno.
I know, a lot of people had a thing for her for some weird
I
reason.
actually, I don't know what it is. I like Asians. I really do. I
Mm.
like I like the Asian culture. I like Filipino girls. I like Asian
Same.
girls. I like cute Korean girls. I like Japanese girls. It's just any Asian culture. Even cute Indian girls I can get amongst.
Mm.
You know, like oh man, every girl's beautiful. Let's be real.
That's true.
Every girl's beautiful in their own way.
That's
Like,
right. That's right.
there's there's no ugliness. Like there is none. Everyone's beautiful to someone. You know, we do have attractiveness. You know, that's a thing between the human. We got to
Mm.
find our partner attractive, but everyone has a different attraction level.
That's right.
You know, so there's someone out there for everyone. For everyone.
I remember when I went to Paddy's. You know that Filipino teacher I was telling you about.
Mm.
So when I left Paddy's, there was a girl at Loyola. I remember her name was Alexis. She looked exactly the same as that teacher, just a younger version, dude. And
Probably did have a.
in my head, I was like, that's either her sister or a cousin, dude. They just look too similar.
Could have had a kid.
Could
Could have had a
be.
kid. You never know. What? You never know. Filipinos, like they could be 30 or 40 and still look
young as fuck.
20. But as soon as they, like, I don't like to say it, but as soon as what, the Asian culture hits like 60, 70, pooh.
Yeah, it just changes.
But yeah, it is what it is. That's how they've evolved. That's how they age.
Because I know one of the female friends that I had at uni, her mum was in her 40s, and god damn, bro, she was gorgeous for her age. She was
Bro,
beyond gorgeous.
bro, my
Go
my
for it.
dad, my dad had two girlfriends, one
Mm,
after the other, and both of them were over the age of 50.
damn.
And I'm not gonna lie, I would probably hit both of them.
I
Not
don't
gonna lie,
blame you.
don't lie.
Some of these Asian girls are just.
They're not Asian
Mm,
though. Like they're nice, but I wouldn't now because of course my dad. But you know, if I was didn't know him before, I would have hit him for
mm.
sure. But yeah, live and let be.
There's a lot of
My
really
dad's like
gorgeous.
most recent. My
Mm.
dad's most recent was actually probably going to sleep with me before my dad.
Damn, imagine that.
Yeah. I thought it would have been hilarious.
It would be, honestly. It really would. Not sure how your dad would handle it, but I'm sure it would
I
be
reckon, I
amazing.
reckon, I reckon Johnny would have had a good laugh too. Like, mum's getting the youngins. Still able to pull them.
Oh
Oh,
god.
I'm gonna
I,
go quickly grab a drink.
yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, I remember when I moved to Loyola, one of the I'll probably repeat that until you come back. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. But yeah, one of the boys, I forgot who it was. He was flirting with one of the Filipino girls from Loyola, asking me to stalk her and shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck? It really
Hold on, what's
was.
going on?
Oh,
What's
so
going on?
remember, I forgot who it was. One of the Pakistanis or one of the Indian boys from Paddy's. When I moved to Loyola, was telling me to stalk one of the Filipino girls. So these two Filipino girls are identical. They're like
Oh,
twins. Yeah,
they're
and
probably
he
twins.
and he had a thing for them, right? And he was telling me, oh, follow her around. I've got his phone number
Weird.
actually.
Weird.
Is it Kumar? No, it's not Kumar.
No way! It's fucking. Of course, it would have been Kumar. Like,
I want to find it. Oh, Kendrick. That's the name. Kendrick.
even Kendrick was a fucking little sly cunt. I could just see it.
Bro, he went as far as telling me, oh, bro, I'm gonna bring her over. I'm gonna fuck the living shit out of her. I was like, but why are you telling me this? Like, you do whatever the fuck you wanna do, man. Like, I don't care. Like, especially she was really attractive, and a little bit of me was like a little bit of jealousy. Like, goddamn, he's
Bro,
actually gonna fuck a really hot chick.
no, that's when you snipe it, mate. That's when you snipe it. You
Yeah.
know, you cut the grass.
Here, I'll send you
And
the
you,
photo
you,
of
you pull that lawnmower fucking rip start and you cut that fucking grass.
That's right. Yeah, I'll send you the photo of the chick that he
Yeah.
really
And
had a thing for.
see my
And
new fucking little finger splint they got me fucking using for my finger. Gotta use it to bend my fingertip so I can fucking pull it all the way in.
yeah, so that's the girl, and that's her sister. And those two girls knew that chick that looks like the teacher from Paddy's. And it was so awkward. I remember, I was waiting outside of maths. Yeah, I know, right? I was waiting outside of maths, and I missed this chick because I had a crush on her. I'll be honest with you. That Alexis chick was really, really attractive, at least in my eyes. And I
Bro,
remember somehow the twins found out I had a thing for her. And the fucked up part was while I was holding the door, one of the twins comes up to me and then she just nudges me with her shoulder. She's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Good. You never fucking talk to me, but okay." She's like, "Guess who's back?" I'm like, "Who?" She's like,
Slim
"Alexis is
Shady.
back." Yeah, that's all I can hear. Shady's back, back again. She's like, Alexis is back, and then she winks at me, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Nah, don't trust girls, man, especially twins. They're fucking devilish. Um, Man, there's actually this story. Uh, I had this when I moved to Oberon, when I left Blacktown. I moved to Oberon. I got in this friend group, and in this friend group was this girl. And her name is
Mm,
Paige. Right. As soon as I met her, instant crush. I'm not gonna lie, most instant crush. To me, she was beautiful in every way.
mm,
Yeah, great smile, cute laugh. Uh, Her build, even though she was a little on the chubbier end, it was just she looked adorable. Right. I I was very afraid of girls at that point
mm,
because Paddy's. I did end up actually getting a girlfriend, right? And her
yeah,
name was Tara. She was a bit on the side. Um, she broke up with me after a week, So I was
yeah,
like, "Oh fuck, girls, no girl will like me. Fuck this shit."
mm,
Right. So I just didn't bother. Right. Um, like a year after school, we decided to meet up for. Oh, it was 2020 New Year's.
mm,
We decided to meet up, right? Um, and we get drunk at my place with another mate.
mm,
Honestly, at this point, I was really hoping I could kind of release my past feelings to her,
mm,
and I got a little kiss out of it. But nah, I was sad. But how it actually came up was like we were drinking, and she said, "Do you want to hear something funny?" I'm like, "What?" And she goes, because she has a kid now. She
mm,
she fell in love with this crackhead and whatnot, blah blah blah. Has her kid up in Graft. She lives in Grafton now, and
mm,
her ex still lives in Oberon. You know, has the kid. Um, but so we're getting drunk and whatnot, and she basically said I was simping so fucking hard in high school. Like I was simping before simp was even a word. You know, like I was making her a sandwich every fucking day.
yeah,
Like the shit she liked too: ham, cheese, and sweet mustard pickles, bitch. Tiny bit of butter and some salt and pepper. I was a master sandwich maker. And like if I didn't make a sandwich, she knew something was wrong.
mm,
She knew I wasn't feeling good. Right. So basically, she said while I was pregnant, I was craving your sandwiches so fucking hard, but I
damn,
couldn't message you and say, "Can you make me a sandwich?"
mm,
Whereas her boyfriend, who was pretty abusive at the time, he's a good guy now. Um, he would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
yeah,
Um, so basically, I said to her, like she said. Also, another funny thing, my sister told me you had a massive crush on me in high school.
oh,
Yeah, you know how she found out?
how,
My dad's girlfriend ended up working at the same bar as her sister, and as soon as she found out it was her sister, she told her, but told like realized what she done after. Because I told her, if you ever meet her, you cannot tell her. You
yeah,
cannot tell anybody that knows her, or else I'm gonna feel like It felt like
Betrayed.
the world. Oh fuck! What the fuck? You know, I didn't know how to feel. But she told her sister, and you know, her sister was like, "Oh my god, it all makes sense."
It's like girls don't understand. Like, it's either
I was,
they're
I was,
oblivious.
I was legit so close to fucking telling her because I used to walk her home
Mm,
as well. Like, that's that's how you know someone has a crush on you. They're willing to go out of the way, the opposite direction of their house to walk home with you.
mm.
How can you not know?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. But oh well, she was pretty thick in the head.
Not in the right area, you know? Not in the
Nah,
right area.
nah, nah. Like even when she got cooked for the first time, like stoned, I didn't even tripod it this time. She said, "I'm so high. Can you come to the skate park and keep me company?" I
Mm.
said, "Sure." Yeah, so I went over to the skate park and kept her company. Went swimming in the pool after. That was awesome because I got to see her tits in a fucking swimsuit.
Damn!
Yeah,
Lucky
I was
you.
happy. I was happy as
You were
it
over
was.
the moon, I bet.
Oh, best day, best days, best day of the fucking teenagehood. I tell you.
You know what I realise? Skinny girls are not really the greatest, in my
They're not
opinion.
attractive to me.
Yeah,
I like a bigger
chubby a
girl.
little. I feel like a
I
little
like
bit of
I like
chubbiness.
I like a girl I can please with food. You know, I may not be packing down in the right area, but I can definitely pack up a fat feed.
I might not have a nice big kebab, but I'll make you a kebab.
Exactly. Shish and all. I'll turn you into the kebab. But
Look,
yeah, basically it's I was really hoping to like hopefully nah, I knew it wouldn't work anyways, so I didn't even bother. It was so
hmm,
long after. Different areas, different life. So I'm just cruising. Someone will come by eventually, hopefully.
yeah, it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
I'll change over to a little bit of my life, you know, and the funny moments of
Yeah, go hard.
with it. I think after before Paddy's, I went to Saint Bishops Coptic Orthodox College, which is a Egyptian Coptic school, which is pretty severely fucking complex, you know, compared to a Catholic school.
Mm.
And I remember we were in camp, and I made friends with this Ethiopian guy, and we're still friends until today. His name's Gion.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
so we went to a camp that was another church up in what's the place before Campbelltown? Like 2 stops before Campbelltown.
2 stops.
Before Campbelltown.
Campbelltown, let me I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it was around that area. I think it's Canleyvale. And
Mm.
yeah, so there's a church there, and I remember one of my best friends, he was showering, and the spastic didn't lock the fucking door, right? And I don't know why, but for some reason my gut feeling told me that the door is unlocked. So what I did was I snuck into the toilet with my Gion friend, and I'm like to Gion,
Oh.
"Hey bro, shut the fuck up, yeah." He's like, "All right, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, "You'll see, you'll see." So we snuck in while my mate's showering, not paying attention. I opened the door,
Mm.
and what's it called? Yeah, I open the door, and the door opens, and there's a mirror. So old matey can see himself, right? And he doesn't realize that the door is opened until like 5-10 minutes later, where someone's
Minto.
yeah, Minto, that's the one. It wasn't
I
until
searched it up for you.
thanks. And it wasn't until someone walks by that old mate is like, "What the fuck? How long has this door been open for?" And I'm just in the background cracking up. Now, I never really believed in fucking karma until that day, right? Now, I left the pools because everybody was in the pool and I needed to take a big dookie in the toilet, right? So I went there.
Should have just shit in the pool.
Yeah, I know, right? I should have just fucking stayed there.
Should have chucked a Stanhope. We call it the old Stanhope Garden.
Oh man.
Like, go to that wave pool, you see at least one dookie floating a day.
Well, to be
Shit, mum.
honest, the pool was so fucking dirty. It wasn't even fucking see through. It was more greenish, like fungi looking pool. I was like in my head, no way I'm getting inside of that. So I leave.
Right. Honestly, I've swam in some pretty dark green pools. It's actually not too bad for you.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I survived. I didn't get no ear infection. I didn't. Nothing happened to me.
Oh, lucky
It's
you.
just a bit of algae.
Hmm. So yeah. So what I
Right.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
No, you keep going, man. It's
Oh,
yours.
okay.
Your time. Your time, man.
My time to shine. So I
That's
sat.
it.
I opened the door and I made sure like to go in. I don't know if you do it or not, but like you open the cubicle and you see the toilet that looks A, the cleanest, and B, with the most toilet paper. Because that's probably the two worst nightmares if you're going to enter a cubicle and the toilet's dirty or there's not much toilet paper there. So,
This is scary.
so I go in and I'm sitting there, and then I realise that the teachers kicked everybody out and they told everybody to go have a shower. So, there's a few boys waiting outside, alright, because all the fucking cubicles are full, right? That's the fucking
Yeah.
normal thing to do, right? Now, this one of my friends, I remember, his name's Nagy. He's Sudanese, and he walks in, and he wants to change as soon as possible, right? Now, old matey didn't realise that there's people waiting to fucking enter the toilet, right?
Yeah.
Out of all the fucking toilets, right? Out of all of them, he goes to my cubicle, and stupid me didn't lock the toilet, right? He
Oh,
opens, walks in, puts his pants down, and then I'm just sitting there looking at him like, you're fucking kidding me, right? And then he's
I was
like,
just wanting to change.
and all I can see is like, bruh, like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, Habashi, why didn't you lock the fucking toilet? I'm like, why didn't you realize that there's like a line outside waiting to go like into a cubicle? And I just told myself, that's the biggest karma for opening the door on old matey that's taking a shower.
Did he smell your shit though?
Yeah, he probably 100% he did. It was a nasty shit, bro. They fucking feed you like the worst food in that fucking school camp. I hated school camp more than I hated church camps. Because
Man,
school
I've been on
camps...
some pretty
Yeah, go
weird
for it.
camps.
Mm.
When I was like 13, 14, I was like pretty troubled. This is when like you would have met me. 14, I think it was the main ones that I went to. I took one when I was 13, 14. Yes, yeah, 13 and 14. Took like 3 camps. Basically, it's a getaway for troubled teens, and you can talk about life and what's happened, and basically let off some trauma. I've met some really good people, and some people that have like. That's probably why I'm so humble today, because I've met people with like a similar past, been through kind of what I've been through, and I can relate, and I'm not alone. So I don't feel alone. Those are good camps.
I
I'll try to
really
find the
wished...
name for it, but
Yeah. It's like a rehabilitation place sort of thing.
yeah, I did one up in Morisset, did one in Tamworth, and another in Mount Victoria.
Wait, was it you that told me you went to Scouts as well?
Yes, yeah, I did do Scouts.
Yeah, same.
That was what about you? Did Scouts?
Yeah, I was a Cub Scout.
Oh shit! I went from Scouts to Venturers,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I went through Venturers as well.
I got off Adventures, but my dad's like, well, it wasn't my dad, it was more like my choice.
Bro, you missed out. You honestly missed out. Venturers was like some of the best years of my life. It was an escape, Like we did some fucking sick as camps, some sick as hikes. it was awesome. I got one of my first kisses
Damn,
on one of those.
I remember you told me there was like the biggest slots there, and I was like,
Oh
"Fuck,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
you lucky
You know,
bastard."
I didn't even get none.
Really?
No, but there was hot chicks, so
Hmm.
I couldn't complain.
Because I remember you told me that
I was always shy with girls. Girls thought I was really cute.
yeah,
A lot
same
of
with
girls thought
me.
I was cute,
I had
but
that same problem.
I'm just too shy.
I
They
think
don't like a nice guy.
yeah, they always say nice guys finish last,
I do. You know, I'm
and
gonna keep being a nice guy. I like being a nice guy.
yeah. But yeah, so I remember you told me a story how this chick was giving head to somebody in the scout thingy in the toilets or on the under the table sort of shit. And I was like, God damn, scouts has changed.
Bro, actually, I gotta love scouts. I honestly I owe my life to Ventures. It's how I got my first blowjob.
How? What the fuck?
Honest, yeah, yeah. And honestly, she wasn't the best of lookers, but I am not complaining. Her head game was strong.
Yeah, hey, it's she can't be ugly and not good in sex. You know, it's always got to compensate somewhere.
I didn't get none then. It was like when I was 14, bro.
Mm,
I got head when I was 14. Who
jeez,
who gets that?
lucky
I got
you.
a I got a I got a legit fucking fist bump from my dad as we're going home after dropping her off.
No.
He goes in the car like, so did you get anything? And I go, she sucked my dick. And he goes, that's my fucking boy.
Just like your fucking dad.
Oh, I'll tell you what's funnier about that, actually, that whole
Yeah.
situation, is everyone in the Ventures unit knew that she had a massive thing for me. And
Mm.
I invited her to my place to watch movies.
And we all know what movies mean, right?
Oh, mate, my grandma didn't want it. Didn't fucking want it at all. So, what happened is, we had a couple of neighbours, right? And my dad was getting to know them, and her name was Reb. I love Reb. Reb's a lovely woman.
Mm.
Um, and Chris, right? She lives with her mum. She's like 50, and her mum's um, what 67.
Mm.
She had her when she was young. Um, but that's all good and whatnot. Um, so yeah, basically they were having like a fire down at their place. Oh, sorry,
That's right.
it's the drinks. They're having a fire down at their place, and a little camp out in the backyard. And I go
Mm.
down there with Riellen because that's her name. And also, I honestly wonder how she's doing. I hope she's going alright. Um, and like I ask, can I stay down here for the night?
Mm.
And they go, 100%. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, So I share a tent with my dad, but they stayed up, right? And Riellen came into the tent with me, and we were just mucking around, chatting, kissing, whatnot. And
Mm.
Reb has a son, Max, who wouldn't leave us the fuck alone. So I told him to get the fuck out, and Dad kept him occupied. Right, my dad's the real G. He knew I was trying to get something going.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, Riellen was also because I reckon I would have went all the way, without a doubt, right?
Mm.
If she didn't get it, because she got a period that day,
Yikes. Yeah.
right when we were there,
That's the most
right?
fucking annoying part of it all.
Yeah, but I was comfortable with it. I'm not
Mm.
like, ill, It's part of the human
That's
thing.
right.
It's nothing to be scared of. It's natural in every mammal. It happens
Mm.
with every mammal. Um, so she sucked me dick. We were just chilling, and she goes, "So, do you want some head?" And I'm like, I ain't saying no. And yeah, the rest is history. It was a good
Damn.
5 minutes.
Well, you lasted longer than my mate who lasted 30 seconds, so I'll give you that.
I've definitely upgraded now.
My get this right. One of my mates, he went to a Thai massage for a BJ, and he paid like $200 or $300 for fucking 30 minutes, and it took him 30 seconds to come, and old matey just walks out when he's done. I'm like, bro, like you still got 29.5 minutes left, right?
Slap another rubber on and go hard.
Yeah, I know, right? And she didn't like. For some reason, she's like, "Oh, no sex, just blowies." I'm like, bro, you could fucking, I don't know, what's 29 times 2, right? You can do that much. If you know what I mean. Like, you just got one head and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna waddle onto my day. And then he bullies.
Bro, it's. I reckon he got ashamed of himself, but I wouldn't be ashamed of myself. I would have just said, "Keep sucking, bitch."
Yeah, exactly, right?
I'm a fucking ruthless guy. Honestly, when I'm a bit like it, I want to go experience a brothel. I
Same.
want to. I just want to. I want to try it. It's not because I'm desperate for sex. It's because I want to experience a lot of things in my life, and that's just
Mm.
one weird little thing that I've always wanted to experience.
I
I
think,
don't know why.
I don't know why,
I
but
think
for.
it's I
Yeah,
think it's just getting the chance to sleep with a really beautiful woman.
yeah, it
Even
probably
even
is.
even though I'm paying for it,
Mm.
fuck it.
Might
Because
as well
what's 500
experience it.
bucks? What's 500 bucks? I earn that in a week.
That's right.
It's fucking
But you know what?
hard earned week for a bit of a nut. Fuck oath. I'll pay
It
for an hour.
it
I'll
can
nut
be
5 times.
it can be really dangerous because then you get addicted to that.
Bro, no. No.
You'll be like, my
See,
standards are high.
no, 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 no. No. No, I'm a humble man. I'm a very humble man. I, yeah, it's been like over nearly 2 years now since I've had sex.
Wow.
Yeah, I just don't.
I'll be honest with you. Me and my mates, we wanted to go to the brothel and do a foursome,
Oh,
and because they figured out that I've got a massive dick, so they
oh,
they said to me, "Oh, like if we ever did do that, you'd probably be last."
man, I don't want to be shamed.
Yeah, not because of that. Like, if I go first, right, and then he goes after me, he's not gonna feel shit, and neither is the guy after him.
Mm.
So we had like 3 tiers, right? So we've had like the small and tiny, which is my Filipino mate, and
I like this. I like this. I like this.
the funny part
Keep
is,
going. Keep fucking
he's got
going.
no shame in it. Like he's the guy that lasted 30
Hey, hey,
seconds.
hey. What does it matter? It's you. It happens. You can't
Exactly.
control it. I'm not ashamed of my dick. I'm packing maybe 7 about,
Yeah,
I think. That's actually not bad.
that isn't bad.
It's not bad. And it's like a decent width, girth. It's not too bad. It
See
does the
the
job. I've
the
had plenty of girls tell me it's fine.
yeah, the funny part is, right, his one is more skinny and tiny, which doesn't really
Mm.
like help his situation. Whereas my second friend, his one isn't big, like thick, but it's long.
Uh,
And then there's mine. Mine is normal, but it's really thick, like extremely fucking
uh,
thick.
you got a girthy. You got the chode.
Yeah. And I remember, right? I met up with this hot
Man,
Indian.
actually, I'm not gonna lie. I was at Paddy's one day in the fucking urinal,
Yeah,
bro, and you know how you like when you flick in yours to finish off your piss and whatnot, and like in your peripheral, the dude standing next to you is like standing at a weird angle, and like in your peripheral, you can see his shit,
yeah.
bro. There was this one guy there, like I feel sorry for the man. Like
Why?
he was 13, and the cunt was like the size of I don't know. It looked like a thick fucking wurst from Germany, a thick sausage. You know, you know those sausages you
Yeah,
know those big thick fucking Godfather sausages you see hanging up on the fucking butchery hooks
the German
in the
sausages.
window. Yeah, fuck me, man. It looks like one of them. And I'm not gay. Don't get me wrong. I love
Mm.
chicks. Like that just wow.
The funny part is when it's too big. Like I've asked a few girls, I'm like, would you rather have like a big one or a small one? And most of them say like they just prefer like not too big and not too small.
A
Because
lot of
when it gets
they
too,
say
yeah, go for
they
it.
say my they say around my size is the perfect size. Even 5 inches is like the perfect inch.
But the problem is when it's too big and too thick. That's when it doesn't
Yeah.
become enjoyable more than painful.
Mm.
And I can tell you, like I remember I met up with this big Indian girl. She's a nurse, and I still talk to her. I was talking to her actually a few hours ago. She told me she had her first threesome a few days ago, and she was telling me about the experience.
Mm.
Anyways, long story short, I remember, she pulls my pants down, and then all I hear is, oh my fucking god, that is massive. And then she just starts laughing her ass off and telling me, how the fuck is this gonna fit? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know, do you ever, like, look at your dick and be like, I feel like it's small? Like, you're not really satisfied with it?
In my eyes, I reckon I'm small, but as I said, I've had plenty of girls like tell me
And that's the
it's
same with me, right?
fine.
Like my ex, she was
I
like,
quite literally, I think it's some of the best head I've ever gotten is off this lovely lady named Kim.
mm,
But she has a boyfriend now. Good on her. She's cruising life. I hope she's doing well. Um,
my first time getting head was from an autistic girl, but oh my god, her head game was top tier.
well, Kim's a lot like me. She has like ADHD and has
Mm,
like depression and anxiety. We related to a lot of things. Um, and we clicked like straight away. So basically, how we met was one of my mates who was staying with us at the time down in Blacktown,
yeah,
who was living with us. Um, he knew this girl from the mountains who came down to Blacktown to see another one of her friends. We ended up going out to Penrith, getting picked up by another one of their friends, getting, oh no, getting picked up by them, driving out to another set of friends, right? And just fucking around. We go out to this farm that like they used to own. There was a fire and burnt like half the house and shit. They're trying to
damn.
rebuild. I hope
Mm,
they've all's well and all's good there now. Um, and basically, my mate at the time said, "Hey Kim, what would it take to suck this dude's dick?" And she looked at me, looked up and down, and she said, "Hop in the back of the car. I'll be there in a minute." I'm like, "Fuck, holy shit, that easy."
she's that
Um,
serious.
bro, I'm telling you, that was like 2 minutes.
Damn.
Like she did the whole double hand quick jerk while sucking same time, full vacuum cup shit. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? Tongue like ringing around the tip. I'm like, bro, bro, you're fucking doing me dirty here. But so we basically hooked up a few times, right? So as I said, I slept with 4 girls, but I
Mm,
slept with girls on multiple occasions.
mm,
So that's a difference. I've had sex maybe about 15 times now.
wow.
I've done Kim probably 5 or 6 times, maybe 7.
Damn.
She was in love with me at one point.
Oh, how romantic.
But I didn't realize.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, you become oblivious to the fact that somebody likes you for some reason. You just think that
Yeah.
they're too
Well,
friendly.
I went and visited her one time, and like at this point we haven't done nothing in like over a year. and we're
Mm.
just sitting out the front having a chat, having a smoke. I give her a hug, you know, and basically I'm looking at her in her eyes, and we kissing
Mm.
without a no second thought. We kissing, tongue all, you know, like fuck. There was times that man, I've I've done Kim like right next to someone sleeping, two people sleeping.
I don't know why, but I think that's really hot for some reason.
You know, like, I didn't give a fuck. Like they were sleeping, I was still up. Kim was cuddling me, and I was like, I
You've
feel horny.
awoken the beast.
I feel horny. And
Mm.
I, next thing you know, she's on her back. I'm going her missionary. Fucking one of them wakes up. I watch his head rise up, look at me, and I'm looking at him dead in the fucking eye, still pounding, still fucking pounding, going hard, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, go back to sleep. He did. Went back to sleep. I flicked around and started banging her and doggy and fucking started clapping. He woke him back up. Fucking ruthless time. And the funnier thing about it was he said, if I told you if you're gonna fucking do it, go in the fucking bathroom. I said, the bathroom isn't comfy and has springs you fuck with. And then another time was actually while everyone was awake, you know, we were watching a movie on the TV, and I was cuddling her under the blanket, and she pulled my dick out, pulled her pants down, and started riding me while side saddling.
Damn.
Bro,
I don't know why, but it's really attractive when like you do it in front of
that
people without them knowing.
that was legit so fucking arousing because they didn't pick it up for like 20 minutes.
I know. See, that to me
Like
is the best.
they were just doing their thing. And the thing about Kim, right, is she has the rod for one,
Mm.
and another problem which kind of inhibits her being able to get pregnant or lowers the chance quite a lot.
Mm.
But she has the rod, so I'm not gonna lie, I've raw dogged it like every single time.
Mm.
I've legit raw dogged that shit, and like raw dogging it, man. Yeah, condoms are good, and I'll wear them for girls that don't have like pregnancy protections, like aren't taking the pill or don't have the rod or nothing. But if they have the rod, I'm telling you, man, I'm taking that shit off and I'm going raw.
I'm actually curious to know what she looks like now.
I'll try to find a photo for you.
I'll go to my story while you do that. When I was in kindergarten, there was this ginger girl. Her name was Emily, right? Anyways, she goes up to my dad and she tells him, "Oh, you know, I really like your son." Now, one day I finished school and I find her and my dad standing together having a laugh. So I walk up and my dad's like, "Oh, you know, you should spend more time with this girl. You know, Emily. She seems like a nice, beautiful girl." Blah 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 blah. I didn't think of it much back then. Anyways,
If you download a photo of Facebook of someone, does it tell them?
no,
I don't want it to be creepy.
no, I get you.
You
So
know?
it doesn't. It's not like Snapchat where it notifies them and whatnot, which is
Oh, sweet.
hella cool. But
Helpful.
yeah. So yeah, I ended up growing up, right? And year 12, I messaged her on Facebook. I tracked down everybody from my kinder class, and you know had like a little family reunion sort of thing. But everybody turned sour and shit.
Mm.
Anyway,
The
so
girl on the left, not the one on the right. The one on the
girl
left.
on the left. Okay. Oh, she's really pretty.
She is.
Damn.
She's on the bigger side, but Don't matter. She's
That's
pretty.
right. So this Emily chick, I ended up talking with her, and then I remember in it was a few years ago. I got to chat with her and whatnot, and then I told her, oh, like I've got a really bad sex problem and blah blah blah, and I just lost my virginity, but like I'm always horny, like I'm always turned on. She's like, oh yeah, me too. And I was like, yeah, but you don't understand, like I'm extremely kinky. She's like, what do you mean? So I'll open up a bit, like my kinks and fetishes, and
Oh,
like,
bro, I have some fucked ones.
same, bro,
Honestly,
same.
I'm a masochist.
The fuck's that?
So someone who likes pain inflicted on them.
Oh yeah, I'm the same with
So
that too.
I could be like fucking I'm a missionary, and like I want them to grab their nails and claw them right
Into
deep
you,
into
yeah,
my fucking back. I want them to draw some blood, peel some skin back. I don't
mm,
care for a fucking slap. I want you to pinch me. I want you to choke me. I want you to pull my fucking hair. I want you to do everything. Pull my armpit hair.
that's the same
Fucking
with me.
like pinch my butt, grab my fucking back. Just do whatever you
Mm,
can to hurt me. I love it. It just makes me harder and rougher. I don't know
same.
why.
No, I totally get you, man. I'm the same with you.
But
S
and I'm into bondage as well, so like tying them up.
Yeah, BDSM. I'm into that as
Yeah,
well.
I'm quite into that. I want to go pay someone to teach me how to rig
Mm.
to tie people up properly.
But if there's
And I'm
YouTube
like
tutorials and
I'm a
stuff like that,
no. I want to get it professionally done by
professional.
somebody
Yeah.
because that if you're not careful, you can kill someone
Mm.
or seriously injure. And I'm not down to do that. I want it to
Yeah,
be pleasurable and fun.
that's right.
So and basically once that's done, I'm gonna put it up in the fucking bios
Resume.
and shit.
Yeah. I'm actually in a
Natural born rigor.
I'm actually in a Facebook group for like BDSM and kinks for Australians, and there's like a few
Mm.
people there. But yeah, going back to the fucking story with Emily, right? It's funny because that same night I told her about my kinks and fetishes is that same night that she said I'm picking you up, and I was like, oh,
Jeez.
okay, what are we gonna do? And she's like, oh, we'll just hang out, whatnot. I'm like, okay, cool, 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 cool. So I get to her place, and her brother's driving a fucking Mazda 3, blasting music and whatnot. And by the way, like at that time, I lost my license for speeding, so it made things
Just on that.
yeah, it
I'm
made
just on
things
that.
it makes things like it makes life so much difficult doing
It
anything.
does. It does. I get mine back next month, hopefully, but I haven't paid my fine, so I have to pay that now.
Yeah. So yeah, I ended up going over, and then we were
Do you know if
talking.
Do you know if they take your fines out of your tax?
Mm, I don't think they do.
I might have to pay. I have to go into the fucking RTA anyways.
What you can
I'm
do is
pretty.
just
I'm
pay
pretty
it.
sure they're open.
Yeah, you can pay it in
Because
like
I don't.
intervals.
I don't have the document anymore for it, so I have to go into the RTA, hand them my license, ask them if I have any outstanding
Yeah.
fines or whatnot, and if I do, I'm going to ask if I can put it on the payment plan. So I'm pretty tired as a second year, but it is what it is. I might actually do some Twitch stuff while we're here, while
Mm,
we're chatting.
go for
Get some bio stuff done.
it. So yeah, so me and Emily we ended up meeting, and I met her mum, and we start chatting. And the funny part is, right, is her mum ended up having a thing for me.
Huh.
And it was insane, right? Because, there was multiple times where, she's partying and whatnot, and her mum, like, comes and flirts with me and acts romantic, and that would piss off Emily really, really fucking badly.
Mm.
But, yeah, what got me up to the fucking first night we met. Yeah, so she's like, oh, you should sleep over. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll tell my mum, like, I'm gonna go stay at a mate's house, because, I always have to fucking lie about it. Or else she makes it a fucking big deal. And yeah, we ended up cuddling, kissing, and then one thing led to another, and then we ended up doing it for like 4 hours. And
Bro,
then,
it's like that. Like if a girl tells you to come over, right, and they're not asking you to really just cuddle all night.
mm,
Like okay, I've been lucky on Tinder like once.
yeah,
It's happened. It's done. It's done its thing once. It was actually a Filipino girl, and that's what got me into him.
really?
Yeah, she was a real short, chubbier, thick Filipino girl with a really cute face. You know,
I've
and
always
like
wanted to do a Filipino.
she, her kissing was out of this world. And I'll tell you what's even better.
Hmm.
Right, she had really fucking tiny hands. Right, like so fucking small. Like she was so small in stature. She was like I think 4'11" or 5 foot 5'1".
Yeah.
Like really on the short side, and I'm like 6'4", man, so I'm tall as fuck.
Mm.
You know, her hands were so small compared to mine. Like her hand could barely go up my fingers.
Yeah.
You know, and I have massive hands. Like they cover my face, of course.
Mm.
Um, and like the only good like their hands feel so small. Like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I shouldn't say what I should say because it's going to sound fucked. But like yeah, such a small little hand gripping you. It's fucking weird, you know. And it's a full grown adult. Like she used to call me Mister Troy. So like she started giving me a good old rub and tug laying in the bed. And
Wait, did
all
she live alone?
she went to uni, so she was in the uni dorms, and I used to go. This was before COVID,
Oh, okay.
so this is before all lockdown shit. Like I could travel on the buses without a problem and whatnot.
Mm.
Um, like she started giving me a oh rub and tug, and I'm just laying there enjoying it, and she gets right up in my ear and she goes, "Oh, Mister Troy." I'm like, "Oh my fucking god." You know, but not like that, but in a cute little Filipino accent. Like it
Yeah.
was very hard to understand her.
Mm.
Like, oh my god, man, it was insane. Like just saying that turned me on a little bit. It gave me
Yeah.
goosebumps. Like, oh, if that ever happened to me again, I'm gonna be like, mm. Next girl I ever get laid with, I'm gonna say, call me Mr. Troy.
You know what? The annoying part is like when you experience thing like that, you always want to experience it with that person. But
Nah,
eventually,
I'd be happy to fucking experience it with anyone.
hmm,
Let's be real. Like that's like one of those things that
hmm,
just stood out to me, and it's really turned me on. it's it's like a daddy thing, you know.
yeah. See, you're
Right.
lucky because Asian chicks like white guys a lot, and it
Where's
will
my
be
luck with them?
yeah. And
Man, I'd love to get with Asians, honestly.
same. I haven't had an Asian. I've had a fucking Indian. I've had a few Indians actually.
I haven't had an Indian, but I want one.
Indians are really good, bro. They're really freaky.
No, I just want to prove one because I know they're nice.
Mm.
You know, just because I know they're nice.
But hey, I'll tell you a story. I think it was the second chick I've ever fucked, or the third. She's actually an Aboriginal mother of five. She was 28, and I met her on a dating site called Oasis. I don't know if you've heard of it or been on it, but
I might get it.
nah, too late, bro. It got fucking shut down.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how I met like all this fucking 60-year-old ladies and shit like that. And yeah, so I was on Oasis and this indigenous girl, she's oh my fucking god, dude. Her eyes, she's so pretty. Some indigenous girls,
So,
bro.
I'm gonna say one thing: Indigenous people, set alone, have a unique set of eyes because we evolved differently
Mm.
from everyone else. So if my eyes, for example, I have my dad and my mum's eyes.
Mm.
It's a blue outer ring with a hazel inner ring. So I have a
Mm.
brown and blue metachromic or whatever it is, metachromia, heterochromia, fucking eye on both eyes.
Yeah.
So it's cool. And depending on the day is depending on like how brown it is or how blue it
Blue.
is.
Yeah. Bro, I
It's
don't
fucking
know.
awesome.
I don't know why, but I find Indigenous girls, like, looking back,
Oh, a lot of them are pretty.
they're
A lot
fucking
of them are pretty
full on
pretty.
kinky. Yeah, and they're fucking pretty. Like, I think every single white girl I've slept with was somewhat Indigenous. And anyway, so I met up with her. I was really scared and shy since it was like my first time, and she's like a mother of 4 or 5. You know, I still don't want like her kids just walking in on us and whatnot. And
Of course.
she was telling I told her, oh, you know, if we met right now, would you fuck? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind. You know, like we can meet up, but don't tell me you want to fuck and whatnot. So she's like, yeah, that's fine. So we met up, and we talked for like 3 4 hours, and then she made a kiss. Like she came closer and she kissed me and whatnot. And
Mm.
then it looks like I turned her on, and then she wanted sex, and I told her no because she said no on chat, and I was playing like a little bit hard to get.
Bro,
And
they as soon as you play hard to get, they want it more.
yeah, I know. So that I told her, you know, I can finger you and eat you, but I'm not gonna fuck you. Like, forget it. And she's like, oh, you know, I prefer not get eaten out and fingered. Just fuck me. I'm like, no, you said no fucking. So until next time. And I kid you not, like 2 weeks after, she messages me and she's like, hey, do you want to meet up? I was like, are we gonna fuck? And then she just sent me 3 dots. I'm like, okay. So we ended up meeting up and whatnot. And I fucked her. And her fucking children heard her screaming because of fucking me fucking her so hard. And her kids literally got up and you can hear them stomping around, like coming closer to the door. And I kid you not, you can see her wet pussy fucking dripping. She bolts up, opens the door, and tells the kid, oh, you know, go back to sleep, you know, mummy's okay, and whatnot. And I was like, oh my fucking god, you know, it's so hot having that feeling of you're about to get caught sort of thing. It's the same
Mm.
feeling you had with Kim when everybody was awake and you were fucking her, you know, that sort of feeling.
Yeah, I know it. I know it.
And I got so pissed off because I really wanted something like long term with her. And she was the first girl. I don't know, like, whenever. Have you eaten girls out and gotten sick after it?
I love eating girls out, man. I love it.
I don't know, sometimes, like, some girls.
It's it's like one of my fortes now, man. Like, oh,
Don't get me wrong, I love eating chicks out, but some girls, they don't wash their pussies and then you end
oh,
up
of course.
eating it.
So I have a foolproof plan, right?
Mm,
Always, right? So I drag my nose down at first, and as I'm going down, I give it like a little
a sniff.
cheek, yeah, little tiny, without them hearing kind of sniff, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I might tickle their little clit on the way down with the tip of my nose, you know. Just
Mm.
like I pull a Nick Femia. You remember that guy with his massive nose?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Sharky guy.
Mr. Shark.
Bro, he's
Oh,
dating
Mr.
a hot chick, the fucking lucky bastard.
Is he? I'm gonna search him up on Facebook.
Yeah,
I
because
don't-
he went to Loyola with me, and I knew straight away they both are going to date. And he's like, no, 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 bro, I promise we're friends, we're friends. I'm like, no, you guys are fucking, right? And Andrew Hewitt was there. Long story short, we went to a Q&A, you know that TV show that comes on like ABC at late night?
That is old one. That's his old one, I think. Ah, there he is. That's his new one.
And I told
Uh,
him, oh, you're gonna date that chick. No, 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 no,
he's
bro.
there's no relationship model, no relationship there. I
I
don't
think,
see no
what's her
girls.
name? Kelly White?
Oh no, I'll let the man be. Yeah, right.
But yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
they ended up like Andrew Hewitt was fucking flicking her tits, and she was flicking Andrew Hewitt's tits, and it was like fucking him. And then Nick started flicking her tits, and she flipped tears. I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Can I join though? Like that looks like fucking fun." Long story short, they ended up dating and whatnot. I was like, "Oh yeah, well, congrats, man." And yeah, I was like, "Fucking you lucky bastard," but she is really, really fucking attractive. She's thick, but she's not too thick, if you know what I mean.
Bro, fucking Andrew Hewitt's a tank now.
Yeah, that guy went. He full changed, bro.
Bro, he used to be a short, stocky, fat cunt.
Joe, he's got a relationship now. Since when?
He's fucking.
Abigail.
He's beautiful.
Whoa, she looks so fucking underage.
Oh my god.
She definitely does.
Is she still in school? It looks like she's part of the fucking primary school cheer squad.
That's what I was thinking. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
fucking
Bro,
God.
she looks young as fuck.
Started Oxford Falls Grammar in 2013, left in 2016. She's like our age.
Damn. She doesn't
Now the
look like it though.
fuck.
Actually, I'll try.
Alright. Good for himself.
I'll try find Thingy's girlfriend. I don't know if they're even still together or not, actually. That's the funny part. Oh, it's actually a recent relationship too. Wow. It only started in June.
Good on.
Oh, that's her name? Katie Knox. That's her name. Yeah, so his name is Nicholas Michael now, I believe. Yeah, Nicholas Michael. That's his Facebook. Here, I'll send you the thingy, Richie. Did you find his Facebook?
Oh, I have to.
Type in Nicholas Michael and it'll come up. And that's his girlfriend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was the one that was flicking her tits and she flicked his. I was like, what the fuck? I want to join in. This looks like fun. She's got really attractive friends though. Like, they're all from my school. You've got Holly. Molly Downey. Then you've got Jess Willett, the one that was dating Aiden. Oh my god. Yeah. You remember Aiden, the white cunt that used to hang out with Corey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a story with him. He almost bashed me.
Oh. Hey, I'll go hit the toilet real quick. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. It's a funny story. You'll fucking love it. Welcome back, G. What you been up to? How's things been? Sleeping, yeah. When I took the fucking needle, it made me really nausea. Or nauseous, as they say. But a few days and it should go. That crappy feeling.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, alright, so you want to hear why you wanted to bash me?
Yeah, go hard.
I was gonna fuck his first cousin really badly.
Oh, ruthless.
Cause bro, I didn't know. Like, she's so attractive, bro. She is
Some
super.
things you just don't know.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Hey, Dazzler, how are we? Like, I did not know at all that she's fucking his cousin. Like, she was in my CAFS class, which is Community and Family Studies, and she was in my legal class and my English class. I think it was a religion class. And I always, always, always looked at her, and she knew that, like, she had a feeling. She even called me out in year 11, like, on Instagram. She's like, why do you always help me? Why do you always, like, not look me in the eyes and blah 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 blah. She's like, I feel like you have a thing for me, and I was like, no 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 no. I think you're just hallucinating and blah 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 blah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it wasn't until like year 12 I told her like, hey yeah, you're right. I did have a lot of feelings for you, and like I had a big thing for you. Anyway, so we were talking at the end of year 11, I think it was, or middle of year 11, and then my phone vibrates and it's a fucking Facebook message. I'm like, oh crap, who the fuck's messaging me? And then Aiden messages me and says, "Hey dickhead, stay the fuck away from my cousin, you fuckwit." I'm like, whoa whoa whoa, who the fuck's your cousin? Why would I talk to your cousin? He's like, bro, my cousin's name's blah 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 blah. Look at her Facebook, dickhead. I'm like, oh shit, Aiden, that's your cousin? He's like, yeah, fuckwit, stay away from her. And I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, I didn't know. Like, she's so gorgeous. Like,
That's a
holy.
dog. That's honestly a dog move. Let's be real.
Yeah, you want to know the funny part? I would rather date her and get bashed by him than to see her date a dickhead and get hurt and get bashed and him not being able to do anything.
He's a tiny cunt still, I
Mm,
reckon. He was short as in high school.
he was. He was.
He was.
He got me into like hardstyle and shit.
Hardstyle's alright. I like it. I was thinking of trying to mix happy hardstyle because I really like that stuff.
Mm.
It's I don't know. It's something about it.
But I got really, 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 really fucking upset with the not being able to be with her and whatnot. And every now and then I go on Facebook and I look her up. Her name's Olivia Ferreira. Apparently she's in a relationship, but she's not writing what it is. But yeah, bro, she's so gorgeous. She's really, really gorgeous. I just hate the fact that he was a dickhead and he cut that off.
Man, there's a few girls that they went to Nagel that I knew, and I had a massive crush on them.
Bro,
Like, they're all in fucking relationships now. I'm like, damn.
yeah, a lot of them. You know who I hated and envied the most, and every girl loved?
Who was it?
Owen.
Oh, Owen Carter.
Yeah, oh my fucking god, dude.
He's a fucking dipshit.
He is, bro. He can get whichever girl he wants.
You know why?
Why?
Because he was a fucking professional scooter rider.
And not just that,
Like,
his looks like
yep.
bad guy, but innocent at the same time.
Mhm.
I was looking him up on Facebook, and now he owns like a fucking Ford Raptor, I think it was.
He works with some big company.
Mm.
He earns quite a bit. He tried doing like YouTube for like, and then it lasted 2 weeks, 2 episodes, or 2 videos.
I saw
3
that.
videos. That was pretty funny.
See, he's the type of person that goes from one relationship to the other like there's no tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's because he has no real personality. Let's be real. He's one of the types of people that doesn't really do much. Like, yeah, 4Bs, cars, drinking with the boys, woohoo. You know, that's. I've already passed those days. He's still living in them.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand having a drink with the lads. Like me and Tim and Rog, we tend to get together quite often, or whenever we can, and have a beer at the pub. You know, just have a catch up, have a chat. What's going on lately? prospect of plans, make plans, come up with some ideas or something. It's just a good time just to hang out. Like, he's like one of the people that are like, every Saturday's for the boys. I
Yeah.
reckon. Yeah.
I kind of like hanging out with him for a little bit. I don't know if you remember, like I was called Blender because I blended in with everybody, bro. Like,
Bro, I hated every term that was used there. Like, just because you got along with everyone and you could switch groups doesn't make you a blender.
I know, right?
A blender is someone who's out of their definite group range, like someone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh at lunch, hanging out with the fucking footy fellas,
Hmm.
just to try like fit in.
Like,
That's a blender.
for me,
Even
yeah, go for it.
no, you go.
Yeah, like for me, I blended in really well with you, Tim, and like not blended in, but like we got along really well, us four. You know, I can
Yeah.
go with the
Well,
Indians, and I can be
the thing
easily with them as well.
the thing with Tim, right, is in high school he really liked anybody who was able to make a
Him
laugh
laugh,
happen.
yeah,
He he's a very simple guy,
yeah,
like a very simple guy. And honestly, Tim, he's probably going to be my best bud for
mm,
like my whole life. Well, if I ever get married, he's definitely a best man.
mm,
Yeah, that's most definite. As well as another mate, Reed. He's I've known him longer than Tim, and he's yeah, Reed's the man.
mm. I never really had proper friends growing up. You know, it's always people that fucking either betray you, use you, take advantage of you.
See, I never knew what a true friend was until I
You
met
met,
Reed.
mm,
Well, even Tim, first day I met Tim, I bought him a pizza from the canteen.
mm,
I was then called his bitch just because I had no friends in high school, and my only way of potentially making a friend was someone new and like bribing them into it, if you know what I mean.
yeah. That's
Like
what.
saying, "Yeah, I'll reward you for being my friend," and that's
Remember,
how I
that's what
lived.
I did too. You know, I used to get
Yeah,
cookies and snakes, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, bro, let's join in." And you know, we'd have like a little feast. Us, like whoever would come and be my friend and talk, and that's how everybody fucking ended
bro,
up knowing me.
you remember some of the feasts us boys, Tim and that had up in the fucking our nook.
Yeah, bro, that was
We,
epic.
we've had some fat times. Uh, we've ordered Dominoes in once. We got Dominoes in and had it up in our nook. It was fucking hectic.
Jesus.
Fucking, we've done heaps of shit.
Mm.
Fucking, I'll tell you what I hated about Paddy's.
What?
They had a front sensor on the front gate, and all the gates.
Mm.
And if you left within a time period that was like yeah, then they'd go off like in class times and shit.
Mm.
And they also had cameras all around the place.
Yeah, I think you'd expect that from a fucking 1,000 plus students or 1,500 plus students.
Yeah,
You'd want security and safety.
it's like a breach of privacy. Yeah, I was leaving the school grounds. So what?
I think
I'm
a lot
old.
of people did too. You know, it wasn't
Oh
just
yeah,
you.
heaps,
But you know
heaps.
what? I'm surprised nobody, like no teachers, slept with students at Paddy's.
I'm pretty sure some did.
I reckon the same, but they don't want to fucking
I
mention it.
reckon no, it wouldn't have happened at the time. They would have waited till they were out.
Mm.
100%.
There was so many
They can't. They
times.
can't. They can't get in trouble then. I actually had a feeling a couple of my high school teachers had a little bit of a like a I don't know charm to me, if you know what
Mm.
I mean.
No, I know what you mean
Like,
because I had a teacher that was what's her name? A Vietnamese. I'm not gonna say her name just in case. And bro, she had a thing for me, and she made it so obvious. And I really wanted to smash so badly, bro. It went to the
I tell
point.
you what's I'll tell you what's good about high school, oh, not high school, TAFE and university,
Yeah.
is that if a teacher wants to sleep with you, it's no matter, no
Mm.
problem. You're an adult, they're an adult. As
Because
long as they're single.
I know they after you graduate year 12, you're not allowed to date a teacher until 2 years after that date.
It's stupid.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of teachers they don't add you first, but they add you after. But unless you're good friends with them, then they'll add you and probably just talk to you every now and then.
Yeah, I honestly never really made good friends with any of my teachers. Plus, I changed my Facebook name.
Mm.
It's no longer Troy Rudolph Miles. Yeah.
Remember the days where your Instagram was the name's Troy and the name's Tim, and then at one stage I was like the name's Habashi.
Hey, the name's Troy was actually a good one.
It
I'm not
was,
gonna lie. That was that was actually a really good Instagram. And
and
then I
even
changed it to Miles_202.
yeah, and the name's Tim, and I was like,
I'm,
damn, bro,
I'm
that was
gonna
good times.
I'm gonna change mine again. I'm gonna probably make it my gamer tag or something,
Mm.
and just promote my my life and Insta from that.
See, that's something I've always wanted to do. Like, I've always wanted to make friends and then like do gaming with them and make videos on YouTube.
Look,
Like,
man, I'm your friend. I'm
yeah,
your friend. Honestly,
same.
uh, I I love gaming. It's one of my things. Been one of my biggest hobbies for all my life,
It's an
and I've
escape.
always wanted to content create. In fact, I've been trying to content create ever since I was 12, downloading fraps and shit on my grandma's old laptop and
Same.
like just doing random shit, recording a little tutorial here and there,
Yeah, I'll show
and
you
just
my first ever like legit fraps video that me and my mate made, and it was
I'm
so
gonna
it wasn't
I'm
too
gonna
bad.
link you something.
Go for it.
Actually, I'm gonna play it on stream because it's not copyright. It's beautiful. It's a lovely, beautiful video of me.
Hmm.
You're gonna love it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
We'll bring it up here. Look at that. You remember your old Troy? You remember this big Troy? Surely. Look how
Your
much I've changed.
your stream is taking a little bit to load. That's all.
Oh, it'll take a little
Yeah.
bit. Maybe because I have that going up on the background here.
Hmm.
Do that.
That's my first ever fucking YouTube video me and my mate did, and then he fucking used all the knowledge that I gained and made his own YouTube channel, which got 2,000 plus subscribers within like a few weeks, which pissed me off. See, my life has always been like that. People just use my knowledge, use what I know, and then make their own shit, and then just bail out on me.
It was a hot chili. I love fucking 15-year-old me. 3 days after my birthday.
Damn.
Get amongst it. Can you see it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Showing
just
up on my stream. Here, what if I do that?
Probably make it my gamer tag or something.
your stream is stuck at I'm making a gamer tag with your Instagram. That's how behind it is. I've always wanted to make friends and then
That way. Why is it that slow?
could be the internet.
It's been one of my biggest hobbies for all my life.
It's not really tanking that bad.
Wow, Ninja's playing Fortnite.
He still gets paid by him.
Bro, he made fucking 40 million from Mixer, and then Mixer got shot down.
I know,
And then he just fucking got a free card out.
just free bank, and now he's back to Twitch, chilling.
But
And
he
his
lost a
partner
shit.
back with him.
Yeah, he lost a shit ton of money though. Like going from Twitch to Mixer back to Twitch.
See, it's not bad. Your internet connection is very fast. Just around the internet speed.
Oh yeah, there's the video.
You can see it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ghost Chili Pepper Challenge.
Oh, there's me dad.
That's pretty good internet speed. 54 basically.
Smash the whole chili. You can hear my dad.
Yeah. It's pretty good internet speed. 54 basically.
Oh, this video is great.
Smash the whole chili.
And then you just spit it out.
Mate.
Oh, this fucking. Oh, this video is great.
Because at this time, he realised
He's lactose intolerant. She's just filling it up, man. She's just filling it up. At this stage, she should have just gave you the whole bottle.
No, we're nearly out of milk. Swearing from a young age. I was stealing the milk. Stealing the milk. Crazy.
She's just filling it
That was
up.
the old house too.
At this stage, she just. So was that your grandma that's filling it up?
No, that's
No,
That's
we're
red.
nearly out of milk.
Ah.
I think my grandma's out at the moment.
Swearing from a young age. I was stealing the milk. Stealing the milk.
There's Max in the background.
It's crazy.
Now I'd actually eat one of these chilies, to be
That's
honest.
the old house.
Yeah, because you
I,
get
I
used
would
to it.
eat one now. I actually eat some really hot shit now,
So was that your
honestly.
grandma that's yeah, you've built
And I enjoy it.
tolerance.
That's
I quite love a Thai laksa
grandma's
with like extra hot chili laksa. Oh, yummy.
I love chili from a young age. I think the only worst part about chili is like going to the bathroom and crapping it out.
There's an accent.
That's really what hurts the most.
I went for
Now
another
I'd
milk,
actually eat one of these
and I went and
chilies,
hit
to
the
be honest.
fucking.
Yeah,
I would eat
I
one
didn't
now.
even put the fucking cup back on the
actually
table,
eat
man.
some really hot shit now, honestly.
yeah.
And I enjoy it. I quite love a Thai laksa
Mm.
with like extra hot chili laksa. Oh, yummy.
This is the old house, man. I miss this
I love
house.
chili.
I
Fish.
still live here. I still live here to this
I
day.
think the only worst part about chili is like going to the bathroom and crapping it out. That's really what hurts the most.
I went for another milk, and I went and hit the fucking. I didn't even put the fucking cup.
Your
back on the
sister looks
table.
like I think it's your sister. The little girl
It's
is.
not a sister. It's not a little girl. That's a boy.
Oh my fucking god! Your brother's fucking enjoy.
I just said Max. He's not my brother.
Oh
I've just known him since he
This is
was
the
fucking young,
old
man.
house, man. I miss this
Yeah.
house. I still
Yeah.
live here.
That's
because
a
when you said,
old
"Hey,
video
it's
of him.
Max," I thought you were talking to
this
the
day.
dog, because that's when the dog appeared on my screen.
Oh no. My dog's name's Zach and Gracie.
Like, yeah. That's how you
Yeah,
build
that's-
immunity, man. You just drink tap water that's from the backyard. Your sister looks like. I
Just
think
went
it's
under
your
that
sister,
shit.
the little
It's not
girl.
a
That
sister, it's
that
not
video
a
actually
girl,
brought
it's
me a
a
tear to my eye
Oh my
because
fucking god!
I actually don't
Your brother's
have
fucking.
I just
any
said Max. He's not my brother. No.
any
Oh.
voicemails or
I've
nothing
just
from
known
my
him
dad.
since he was
Mm.
So
young, man.
that male voice that you heard in the background,
Yeah,
that was my
that's
dad.
a- that's
Because
a
when you
big
said,
deal.
"Hey, it's Max," I
Listen.
thought you were talking to the dog, because that's when the dog appeared on my screen.
Yeah.
So that's the best part about social media and like stuff like that, is
My
because
dog's-
like you can
I-
record videos and
I
remember them.
regretted posting it because I
That's
don't
how you build
have
immunity, man. You just drink tap water
the
that's from the
password to the
backyard.
channel, but I think that's even better now because I know that video is going to be up there forever.
Mm.
And whenever I want to, I can go back and listen to him ruefully abuse me once more with his nice words of love. You know, so that's a good video for me.
Mm.
Makes me happy.
At least you've got some sort of memories of, the
I
good
actually
times.
completely forgot about that video, and I didn't play it because it didn't even comprehend to me.
Mm.
And my dad recorded it, so I'm actually gonna I'm gonna send that video out to a couple people that I think who might appreciate
Mm.
hearing his voice one last time. So
I guess it's lucky that we're doing this talk then, or else we probably wouldn't be remembering it.
like it's good thing. Not gonna lie, I'm happy. Still hits though.
Yeah,
You know,
it
it's
would.
fucking really recent.
Mm.
But life goes on, man.
That's right.
This big old fucking circle won't stop spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I get depressed about it?
It's no
Live
point,
a
man.
full life. Exactly.
Life is too short, and eventually you're
the
gonna
tears-
pass away too.
The tears I shed aren't depressive tears. They're tears of joy.
Mm.
Or tears of
Good memories.
reminiscing. Good memories, exactly.
Mm.
Not necessarily wanting to fix a mistake. Because there's nothing I can fix.
That's right.
A lot of people tell me I have a good mentality now. Like I've definitely changed.
Yeah, you definitely have, man. You can
Like
tell.
I've grown a lot. Like people tell me I'm fucking years beyond my age.
Mm.
I'll take it as a compliment, I guess. No, no need to take everything negatively.
That's right. It's a tough world.
It is. It really is, ain't it? This fucking Rona shit ain't making it better.
That's
Fuck you,
right.
blades. Fuck you. Got no clue.
She never will.
Neither does fucking Mr. Scott.
Scotty.
But are we even allowed to talk politics on Twitch?
I think you can, as long as you don't be like racist and shit.
I don't want to be racist about it.
Mm.
I'm just saying Gladys is doing a bad job at what she's doing.
Just be careful what you say, because somebody said, "Oh, I'm gonna do something very bad," and the police ended up rocking to his home and arresting him for attempted murder of the premier.
No, I'm not gonna fucking do none of that, man. That's a bit out of my league.
Yeah,
I have a personal opinion that I can address. It's not that I think Gladys should die. It's more I think she's doing her job wrong, or she's done her job wrong, and she's trying to cover up as much as she can.
Well, she's getting investigated, her and the
Yeah.
government, by the Royal Commission, by why the fuck it took them 15 days to fucking get lockdown in place.
It shouldn't have taken that long. It should have been done next day, as soon as first case came through.
Honestly, it should have been done a
Let's
long
be
time
real.
ago, you know, when all those videos of Chinese people with COVID, of them literally falling down to their death, that should have locked the fucking country. You know, stopped any fucking planes from coming to this country.
I should have. So as soon as that hit, I don't know why we continue doing overseas travel.
Exactly.
Or exporting or importing shit. You know, we have like 90% of the world's shit in Australia.
That's right.
Like we export the most amount of uranium, and that mainly goes to America. We export a mass amount of lithium, and that goes to Tesla. Like Tesla has a factory in the middle of our lithium fields.
Damn.
Legit, search it up. Fucking big man Elon Musk has land in Australia.
Wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
No. Most of our river systems have been bought out by Chinese investors.
This country's
Like
a business, man.
It's always been a business, and it's always been nothing but a business. We are puppets to the British.
Not even the British anymore. Yeah, I'll send you a video.
They say we're independent, but we still have the Commonwealth on our flag. Do we not?
Where is it?
We are still a British colony.
Yeah.
Australia is a British colony, and it's not even called Australia. Being technical, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Yeah,
just trying
the
to find the
Aboriginals got to name this land first, and I believe Australia is named that, but I call it Australia.
There we go. I found the video. You have a watch of that. He goes into explaining the fact that Australia made its own, like Australia made Australia, and then it started selling itself to investors.
Oh shit! Got to turn this a bit down.
That's what they showed us at university, and it really does.
Best known for its kangaroos, political
make you
coups,
watch and wonder
economic
shit.
commentators. Australia is a
You see
major
it?
world
Oh, shit.
economy with highly developed
Yeah.
industries and close to 25 million of the
Is it coming through?
wealthiest
Oh,
citizens
actually,
in
because
the
it's
world.
through Discord.
But Australia is harbouring a deep, dark secret. It is an American
Actually, I'll just go
company.
to YouTube.
And no, this isn't a joke about Australia being
Because it works better
America's
with the fucking-
sidekick for any geopolitical scuffle they get into. That goes without saying. Nope. The Commonwealth
Line.
of Australia
Media
is literally an incorporated American company. Unbeknownst to even the citizens of this corporation, the Commonwealth of Australia is a
Says
limited
top
liability company registered in the United States with shareholders, a board of directors, and everything else that makes a company a company. Still don't believe it? Here is the registration document with the American Securities and Exchange Commission. This shows that the Commonwealth of Australia LLC was registered on the 29th of June 2009 by Mr. David Pearl. Its registered office is the Australian Embassy in Washington DC with a mailing address here in Sydney. So what is going on? Has corporate globalization really gone that far? Could someone...
But yeah, that's the video of Australia literally selling itself.
Let's see. Mm-hmm.
It's quite sad, but
buy a majority share in Australia? And why would Australia do this?
you can literally buy
This
Australian
episode of
shares.
Economics Explained was made possible by our fans on Patreon. Incredible
I
detail.
know.
Here is the business in question. Here is a table of contents with things like income statements, balance sheets, workforce details, and even corporate initiatives. So now that we understand Australia is a company in every detail, what does this actually mean? How would one invest? Could someone technically acquire the Commonwealth of Australia LLC and become the first president and chairman of the land down under? Hypothetically, yes. In reality, however, this company is owned entirely by the Treasury Department of Australia, and the shares are not listed on any public stock exchange, and none have even been sold. Making matters even more confusing, the Treasury Department of Australia is an institution of the Commonwealth of
Foster's
Australia.
is shit.
And while it may sound cool to own a controlling share
Agreed.
of Australia, it would actually be a pretty
It really
terrible
is.
investment. To understand why, you need to understand its constitution. No, not the American Constitution or the Australian Constitution, but rather its corporate constitution.
Big fan
Very
of Ted.
simply, a corporate constitution is very similar to a nation's constitution. It's a list of rules and provisions which specify the powers and rights of all of the stakeholders in the enterprise. Every registered company has one, whether it be your local
I'll
corner
be back,
store
give me a
or a
sec.
public company like
No problem.
Apple, Amazon, or Microsoft. Corporate constitutions also list the rules that the company must adhere to outside of the standard state-mandated legal requirements. These rules typically pertain to how many shares are created, when directorship meetings are conducted, and what the company's primary business will be. It's fairly mundane stuff to say the least, which is probably to be expected since expensive corporate lawyers are usually the only ones that are deciphering these complex documents anyway. But the corporate constitution of the Commonwealth of Australia has a peculiar clause, which specifically forbids the company from raising revenue from or distributing revenue to shareholders. In plain English, that means that you are not allowed to buy shares in Australia LLC, and even if you are gifted shares, you can never sell them or receive dividends from them. As far as investing goes, these restrictions are certainly less than ideal, but we still haven't answered the biggest question of all. Why was Australia turned into a company? Why would it incorporate? In response to the 2008 global financial crisis, the Australian government rolled out the Deposit Guarantee Scheme. As the name suggests, this legislation guaranteed the safety of deposits in Australian authorised deposit-taking institutions, or put simply, in banks. For our viewers in the States, you would know this in your country as the FDIC, and there are similar policies in many other countries as well. The global financial crisis saw the demise of many banks around the world that most people would have previously considered indestructible. If people panic and start trying to get their cash out of these banks to preempt their downfall, it only accelerates the problem. This is called a run on the bank, the economic equivalent of doomsday. This law was the Australian government saying to its people, "She'll be right, mate. Even if your bank does fail, we will make sure that you get your money back." Fortunately, due in part to this law, Australia remained rock solid throughout the 2008 global financial crisis, meaning that the government never actually needed to pay up on this promise. But in the event that it would need to, Australia wanted to make absolutely sure that it could. This is actually harder than you might imagine. During an economic downturn, liquidity dries up and cash becomes extremely hard to get a hold of. The government of Australia could have just made its Reserve Bank print more money, but this causes even more problems. The first big problem being that unchecked printing causes inflation, devaluing the currency in foreign exchange markets. Runaway inflation is never good, but in Australia, this was a major problem, because at this time, Australia was greatly benefiting from selling its natural resources to China. Having a strong dollar meant that they made more money on this trade. Losing foreign exchange value through quantitative easing would have probably done more harm than good. The second and larger problem is that when the Australian government makes more money, it does so by giving treasury bills to the Reserve Bank of Australia. In return, the Reserve Bank gives them cash. These government bonds are then sold to the general public in an attempt to maintain the cash supply. This causes issues because if extremely safe government bonds go up for sale in the midst of an economic crisis, they are going to be very, very popular and people are desperately going to try and buy them up. Where are they going to get the money to buy these bonds? Well, from their bank accounts, of course. This starves Australian institutional banks of cash, which is the same thing as the bank run the government was trying hard to avoid in the first place. This effect is called crowding out. No matter how clever a government scheme sounds, it will achieve nothing by borrowing from the same pool of funds it is planning to give back to. So the government needed a solution. What they needed was a way to be able to borrow money directly from the organisations in the United States. The US at this time was not doing well, but it was still home to a much larger capital market than Australia. Australia could not go to American institutions directly, especially not in the middle of a global financial crisis. Institutions wouldn't invest in the country because there was nothing to stop them from changing their own laws to say, we don't need to pay this back now. Investors in the United States want to know what they are investing in has rules, like the rules that are listed in the corporate constitution. Australia solved all of these issues by incorporating itself. It formed a registered company in the name of the Commonwealth of Australia with the financial backing of the Treasury Department of Australia. The corporate registration statement effectively lists all of the reasons why people should invest in Australia through this corporation. It details the country's credit rating, workforce, tax revenue
Alrighty, I'm
streams, and
back.
Yeah, nice. This video is pretty interesting.
Yeah, you'll come to realise that it's a bit, how's it going? Anyways, I'll probably head to bed now because I'm fucking tired and exhausted, eh?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same.
But yeah, it was good chatting and thanks for
It
those
was.
who joined, eh?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you too.